I wanted to add just a little bit to the last video I put up. I'm putting it up in a few minutes. Um, I wanted to say about the media here, not just here. By the way, that's Larry Flint, Hustler magazine, who shot a program shooter. And this is my dad, Edward VIII, and my grandfather, George V. In the family where they took me, my uncle George VI, illegal, and the Illuminati, the Freemasons, Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bilderbergers, the Jews, and the Kennedys, who was ambassador then appointed by Roosevelt. Now, before I go on, and I'm going to make this short, and it's an attachment to the other one and probably won't get read. People will dismiss it because they don't like for you to tell the corrupt and cold blooded murdering and thieving that the United States does when they can kidnap a baby at age 2 and do the obscene things they've done to me if they ever shown to the world, and laugh in my face and still doing it. Man, I'm 77 years old, so you can't tell me anything about the Americans, okay? And I do realize that some of my own family got in on it. Uh, okay, that doesn't make it okay either. But I'm going to forget because I'm suffer from a disorder, the allergic disorder to chemicals, and it probably goes back to what. And I'm not going to put that up here. It's been such a horrifying thing. There's some things I can't even put up here. First of all, I find out that most people don't give her. All right, but it goes back. They say in memory, to your memory. It's a immune disorder if it's triggered by toxic chemicals. When they kidnapped me and brought me to Moulton, Alabama, they bought a portrait of my father, and it later disappeared. I remember it. It was my christening, and he was holding me. And a picture was taken of me being given to Lina Dempsey. She killed her twins, and that's when they put me there and give me the name of the dead twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey, and I married a Childers. My name's Margaret Ann Windsor, Victoria II, legal heir to the British crown, who they kidnapped and they've gotten away with it and made a friggin' joke out of me while they tortured me. So now I want to get to this is an addendum, and if it sounds garbled, well, that's how my life has been. They moved me over to Bedford in a low income, and they put me the things done to me there, and that was allowed to be done. Uh, they put me where I'm looking at the Bedford War Memorial, where they have the British flag flying right in my face almost. I look out the back window, and there it is, alongside the American flag. Well, the truth, it doesn't tell the truth at all. The truth is, the United States moved in under the guise of being a friend and took over everything British. In fact, they kidnapped me, the legal monarch, and brought me over here and have tortured me for 75 friggin' years, and my children. Unhuman things they've done. So now and then, that's a whole bizarre thing over there in Bedford that they can get away with it right here in my face. But one of the TV stations here put up, it's if you ever get to see the real what goings on, it's sickening. It would embarrass the Americans, and that's the one thing they don't want to happen. But they put up one of the local media that really is so sickening because they all know about my kidnapping, the mind control murders, which is a part of this whole thing. Uh, they're having either a documentary or something coming on telling about the memorial over there, Bedford Memorial, and they're glorifying the American troops and Americans and all this. And they're telling about the real history of the United States and Bedford and all that. They're telling the real history. There's not a day that I haven't begged and pleaded. I was brought here in this country, kidnapped and kept. hostage of war, for God's sake. Now I'm going to go because they've deleted history. Telling about me and my father and my mother and my children, what you've done to my country is the real history. And it should reflect that. His name cleared, mine, my children's, my country's. So I'm going to get off here. I'm sure there's something else I was going to say, but you know what I get for it? People go after me. Oh, it would be so nice if someone had taken pictures of it all and put them together, and yeah, they were suddenly force fed you, and you had to look at it while it was played out in front of the whole world. And you know what you do? You turn around, oh, I didn't know that. Excuse me, no, you can't blame me. My hands are clean. I heard that word a long time ago. Everybody's hands here were clean. Very hands that sent Snowden to Russia to have a place to be, totally because he too told you the truth.